Hello, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday and sharpening the saw. So, tomorrow we are back at school. For tomorrow, we are going to continue multiplying whole numbers. The past 2 days in school, Thursday and Friday, we worked on multiplying using the area model. This partial product strategy is a different strategy, but it really relates to the area model, except that you're not using a box. And it's one way that it's a step up from the area model, and it's one step down from the standard algorithm. Some of you can already do standard algorithm, and that's awesome, but my goal is to get there eventually. Okay, so let's practice using the partial product today. I will also post another video by Khan Academy, and he does one using area model and one using partial product, so you can see how those two are actually related. It's basically the same thing, it's just in a different way. So please watch both. So I'm going to start doing with 2 by 2, 2 digits by 2 digits. Okay, the same thing we would think about when we were using the area model. So basically, when I put the multiplication like this, stepped up, I have to remember that both numbers at the bottom have to be multiplied by all the numbers at the top. So I'm going to start with the 8. This is the number 8 in my ones place, right? So I write it over here first. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You don't have to write it down here. You can go straight here and do it that way, which means 8 times 5, it's 8 here, it's 5 here. 8 times 5 equals 40. Then you go 8 times this number here. However, this number is not a 4. Think about it. What does this 4 represent? It's not only 4, it is 40. So if you said 40, you are correct. So you are actually multiplying 8 times 40. So I do like to write it on the side so I know what I'm multiplying by. In here, we do know how to multiply by multiples of 10. So 8 times 4 is 32, and then there is a 0, right? So we have that 0, the 2, and the 3. And we try to stack the numbers properly. The ones under the ones, tens under the tens, and then the hundreds. So I already multiplied my 8 by both, by 5 and by 40. Now I have to do the same thing with the 2. However, this is not a 2. This is a 20. So it's 20 times this 5, which is a 5 only. It's in the ones place. So 2 times 5 is 10, plus this 0, it's 100. And 20 times 40. So I do 2 times 4 is 8, and there are 2 zeros. So 2 zeros and the 8. Now I'm ready to add these numbers. Remember, if I had done the box, I would have had 2 numbers on one side, the 40 and the 5, and 2 numbers at the top, 20 and the 8. And I would have 4 teeny tiny boxes to put my answers. Well, these 4 numbers here would have been those answers. So it's the same thing. So here it's all zeros. 4 plus 2 is 6. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. So it's 1,260. Now I'm going to try one using 3 by 3. 2 by 3, sorry. So it's 225 times 34. If we had the box, so I'm going to do a teeny tiny box here, which is the area model, I would do the 30 and the 4 here. And then here at the top, I would have done 220 and the 5. See, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small products or partial products that combined would give me the answer. So here, I should have 6 partial products, okay? So let's try and see if it can match that. So I'm starting with the 4. Remember, this 4 has to be multiplied by all 3 of them. So I'm going to multiply by this 5 first, which is just a 5. 4 times 5 equals 20. Then we go to 4 times this 2. Think about it. What does this 2 represent? It's not only 2. It's if you said 20, you're correct. So it's 4 times 20. So 4 times 2 equals 8. And then you add the 0. So it is 80. And then we do 4 times the 2 here, which is not 2. It is 200. So 4 times 2 is also the same thing. It's 8. But this time we have 2 zeros. So it's 800. Think about it when we talked about place value. Remember that every time if we have 2 digits that are the same and one is right after the other, you know this one is 10 times greater than this. So that's why there's an extra 0 here. Well, we are done multiplying 4 by all 3 of them. Now I'm going to do the 3, which is not a 3, it's a 30. So this 30 has to be multiplied by all 3 of these digits. So 30 times 5 is the first one. So 3 times 5 is 15, and then you have a 0. So it's 0, so it's 150. Then we do 30 times 20. It's a lot of teeny tiny steps. That's why we have to be very careful and be focused so we don't make mistakes. So 3 times 2 equals 6, and there are 2 zeros, so it's actually 600. And now we have 30 times 200. 3 times 2 is 6. Sorry, I'm not even going to put the 6 there. 3 times 2 is 6, but I have 1, 2, 3 zeros now. So it's 1, 2, 3 zeros, and then the 6. So it's 6,000. Make sure it's a comma and not a decimal point. Okay, so it's all zeros. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Carry 1. 8 plus 1 and 1 here. 8 plus 2 I know equals 10. 10 plus 6 equals 16. 1 goes over there. 6 plus 1 equals 7. So it's 7,650. These numbers would have been here. So this would have been here, the 20. The 80 would be here. And then the 800 would have been here. Here would have been the 150. Here would have been the 600. And here would have been the 6,000. So these two are the same. You're just getting one step closer to the standard algorithm. Okay, I'm trying to see who is ready. I know some of you already know how to use the standard algorithm, but this is going to help you get there once I do the standard algorithm. All right, so please watch this video, take notes, look in your book, pick any number, any multiplication you have there, and give it a try. After you have completed it, double check using the calculator just to make sure you got it right. Sounds good? So I will be posting this one as well as the Khan Academy one to compare both. Okay, so I hope you enjoy watching them, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.